all need the 3 B's. It's balance, breaks, and boundaries. Balance, not only do we work hard, but we need that love, that girl time, that support. Breaks. I always tell like the young entrepreneurs, team no sleep, no, that's not cute. No. Yeah. No, please get your rest, drink your water, replenish yourself. And then boundaries. Yeah. Set your boundaries. Right. Whether if it's showing up, doing a favor, just know that I love you, I respect you, but I can't do it. Yeah. Because if I'm drained, I won't be able to serve you.
We live in a world where anyone has the right to say anything that they want about you at any time. But just please remember that you have the right to prove them wrong.
The goal is not to be successful and famous. Mm-hmm. That's not the goal. The goal is, if you have a specific God-given ability, is to live your life out through that. Right. 1. And 2, we have a responsibility to push the conversation forward until we're all equal. Mm-hmm.
I like the color. You like the color? Yeah. Yeah, I had mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color is your bugatti?
If you are really confident about your financial situation, you probably are not going to be wearing an 8-pound chain around your neck. Because you know, oh, I got bank. I don't have to show you how much I got. I feel good.
Struggling well will get you what you want, okay? Rather than avoiding struggle. If you realize that, then you will go to the struggle. Because if you don't struggle, you won't get stronger.
The number one thing that's going to change your life, the only thing that will change your life, change your business, change your money, change your relationship, is you must raise your standard. All of us in life have things we want. We don't get what we want. We get what we have to have.
Protect your energy. Yeah. Do things with people that you love. Give love, try to receive the love back, and just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be.
I would say to a young person, you can choose a life of ease and comfort, or you can choose a life of service and adventure. Which one of those, when you're 90 years old, are you going to be more proud of?
If you really want to be transformed, you have to live an intentional life. This is so simple, I don't want you to miss it. Most people don't lead their life, they accept their life. And when you accept your life, you are living on things that are not worthy of your time and effort and energy.
There's nothing to gain, nothing to lose in this life. You came with nothing. Whatever the hell is happening, you're on the profit side, isn't it so? So all you have is how profound, intense and beautiful is your experience of life.
The real message is we all started from nowhere. I mean, we all had bullshit jobs. We all felt like losers. But through time and effort, you build a stronger human. You build a stronger body, you build a stronger mind, you build accomplishments and will and momentum. And then you look back and you go, hey man, I'm not washing tables anymore. You know, I'm not washing dishes, I'm not cutting lawns, I'm not digging ditches. Yeah. You know, I'm a different person now, but I used to be.
You have to have that vision for the future. Number 2, you have to have the strategies to make the vision a reality. But number 3, you have to be able to share that vision with other people.
I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it.
One of the biggest things about being an entrepreneur is finding and learning from everybody else on what they're doing, their negatives and their positives, and create your own lane. So therefore, anytime you come across opportunities, you guys have the leverage in that deal. Look, I've been in the game 20 years now, and this is my first year completely independent.
High-performance people fly like eagles. Eagles fly alone. Zuckerberg has no mates. Elon Musk has no mates. Steve Jobs had no mates. Bill Gates has no mates. And I can go on and on and on and on. They don't hang. They don't chill. They don't go to the Super Bowl. They don't go to the World Cup. They don't go to Wimbledon. All they do is work. I fall into that category.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're going to do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
This is what champions do. This is what people who win perpetually do. They don't give a f what's happening in the world. They don't let the distractions of the day pull them off course. Do those things make it harder for them to do it? Yes. But what does that mean? It means that we focus. It means we get more discipline. And if you quit, if you falter, if you stop, all the pain will be for nothing.
So did school fail you or you failed school?
School failed me. School's failing entrepreneurs every single day.
Because?
Because it's not built for entrepreneurship. It's built for workers. You know, if you're being taught to play within the lines, and there's nothing being taught that maps to the entrepreneurial market. As a matter of fact, my biggest cynicism when I sit across an entrepreneur today is if they are too successful at school.
You got lucky. Guys like you always think other people get lucky. I don't get lucky. I make my own luck.
We like to view the world as linear. I'm going to put in 8 hours of work. I'm going to get back 8 hours of output, right? It doesn't work that way. The guy running the corner grocery store is working just as hard or harder than you and me. How much output is he getting? What you do, who you do it with, how you do it, way more important than how hard you work.
I've asked people about your genius.
No, I'm a bright guy who's terribly interested in what he does. I've spent a lifetime doing it, and I've surrounded myself with people that bring out the best in me. And you don't need to be a genius in what I do. That's the good thing.
I want to hear from you talking about you being broke. If you're not working in 60 hours minimum a week that you're getting paid for, turn off YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and get your ass out there. Go down there and work at McDonald's, Circle K, get you a job. I don't care about your pride. You can't be proud and broke at the same time. Go work and work and work. And then you take that money you make from your part-time job and invest and take half of it, invest it to your future.
I was so driven, and I'm not gonna say motivated because motivation's crap. Motivation comes and goes. When you're driven, whatever's in front of you will get destroyed.
I truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed.
When should entrepreneurs, if at all, pivot? I have a very simple rule to this, and I tell them all when I invest in them. If you're not making money after 36 months, 3 years, you got to take it to the barn and shoot it, because it's just a hobby. It's not a business.
Industries can go from terrific to terrible. There's a great expression in the textile industry that helped me a lot.
Textile industry, yeah.
It's always darkest before pitch black. Just when you think things are terrible, they get terrible squared. I mean, so just because industries are getting bad, that's not a reason to invest. Wait for things to get better.
Always keep going. Always. No matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or indifferent. Eventually that storm passes.
You see this guy here staring back at you? Yeah? That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life.
Andrew, I have this problem, I'm depressed and I can't go to the gym. I say, no, I disagree. You're depressed because you don't go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you might start to feel better, right? I'm saying you can't sit as a man and afford the luxury of saying, I have a mental health issue today, I'm sad today, I'm stressed today, I'm emotional today, I can't work, because you will lose against the men who don't do that.
Let the sand represent your life. The sand in the bottom of the glass would represent the past. The sand in the top of the glass would represent the future. There's nothing you can do about the past. That is gone. Too many people spend their time living there, wishing they had done this or wishing they had done that. It's gone. The only time you've got is right here, right now. So being worried about the past or the future is foolish. If we make up our mind we're going to do what we feel is the best thing for us right now, we're going to have a pretty good life.
Every action you take is kind of like a vote for the type of person you want to become. And if you can master the right actions, if you can master the right habits, then you can start to cast votes for this new identity, this desired person that you want to be.
When I'm myself, I feel comfortable.
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. At least you're being yourself. What is being perfect? You build up something that doesn't exist. For me, perfection is being yourself. And I am being myself. People like it or not, I don't care as long as I'm being myself.
But the other big secret is that we're good at lifelong learning. Warren is so much better in some ways in his 70s and 80s than he was younger that it's almost awesome. If you keep learning all the time, you have a huge advantage.
And we have a wonderful group of friends, really wonderful.
From whom we can learn a lot.
It's part of my sacrifice, my obsession to win, to have success. You know, I worked for that. Talent is not enough. I dedicate myself so much that this is part of me. Records is part of me. I don't follow the records. The records follow me, which is different.
Are you addicted to winning?
Yes, I am. I'm addicted to the success.
Great leaders are students of leadership. No matter how achieved they may be, they're still learning. And it's a lifestyle. It's the lifestyle of what I need to do to look after people, which includes things like listening, learning how to give and receive feedback, learning how to have effective confrontations, how to discipline when necessary. There are many, many things we have to do and constantly work on to be a great leader to create that environment.
My work is my pleasure and my pleasure is my work.
Correct.
And success to me is not even about money. It's more about just like being right. And I love the idea of figuring shit out. I'm almost happiest when I'm struck. My highest value is to try something, not get it right away, and have to work hard and then figure the shit out. And it's no better feeling to be cracking the code after something doesn't work the first. I mean, this would be great if it does, but usually it doesn't, right? Correct. But I love that feeling of failing and then succeeding.
When it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
The first million is hard, but the second million is inevitable. It's not becoming a millionaire that's important. It's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. You're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. You might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking.
Yeah,
and if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. And that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility of showing up to practice on time, to being there for your teammates, to listening to your coaches, it's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group, that you have to hold your end of the bargain and shape me to who I am today.
Sure, go get your MBA or start that business. We need black businesses out there, but ask yourselves what broader purpose your business might serve in putting people back to work or transforming a neighborhood. The most successful CEOs I know didn't start out intent just on making money. Rather, they had a vision of how their product or service would change things, and the money followed.
You had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
Many years ago, I had this conversation with my mentor, and he asked me the question, Dan, what do you think is the #1 quality of an entrepreneur? And I said, team. And I said, good idea. I said many, many, many things. He said, no. He said, the #1 quality of a successful entrepreneur is this, and that is the ability to endure pain for a long period of time. Didn't talk about the Ferrari, didn't talk about the big house, pain for a long period of time. Is that you?